Hey guys, and welcome to an all signs prediction readings, where we look into the energies showing up for each sign in the next 3 months, right? Yeah, that's it. These are general readings, so take what resonates with you, leave behind the rest. Never ever force a tarot reading to resonate with you if it doesn't. Take what resonates. And if you like the content, please like the video. I would appreciate your support. And keep an open mind, and welcome back, and all of that, and be patient. I will leave timestamps below so you can click back and forth to each of the signs. You know what? You know the drill. Do what you feel like in here, right? Just be kind. And we will get to it. We are starting with Aries, and say any messages that are important. It just started snowing. No. That's it. I will put it on pause while I'm shuffling. That saves time. See you. Alright Aries, let's get started. It even has your wonderful energies right there. What do we have for Aries? Alright Aries, this is Ten of Swords underneath, but it's alright. The Ten of Swords was underneath it all, but it was in the reverse. At just like the leaf that flew by here, it's done. Even though there's a little bit of, I do see some residual pain, but you're coming out of it. If that's alright. Anyway, we have the Eight of Wands. This is about something coming towards you rather quickly here. It could be a communication. Actually, it's a beautiful energy. It shows up as a, carpe diem energy, which is seize the day, move forward, take chances. But it is also one of, being mindful of any sort of red flags, in case that is. I will tell you more about that. You have a beautiful energy with you because you show up as very brave. You show up as someone here who has learned to take chances, and you go for adventures. That's what you bring to the table, darling. And you are also, sorry, my computer is making noise and that's making noise. Sorry guys, I get distracted sometimes. Anyway, but you are someone here who, you basically standing here in this reading here, looking at what will bring abundance to your life here. This is a very beautiful energy, especially for me as an earth sign, because this is one of making, how can I say this, taking stock of what works for you and what doesn't work for you. It's actually the capacity here to take a step back and not be overwhelmed with opportunities or that come your way here. So that you make firm decisions. You are very mindful about what will work for you in the long run. Now there is the thing, there are something that's hidden from you here. Meaning that you don't have all the answers. And that's why you are taking probably this step back here to say, you know what works for me, what doesn't work for me. Because what you do not want to do is to get into this mind prison. Into this state where you feel trapped in your own thoughts, where fear takes over. That's basically it. Yeah, you do not want to be weighed down by fear. And I applaud you for that. And the sun is going, I don't know, there's a big cloud coming up here. but Aries, it's beautiful. This is one of having things going for you, but you're not, and you're going to grab the opportunities, but you're not going to do it in a way where you are derailed. What you have as your strength is your ability here to communicate, but also to just keep your focus on what it is that will bring you that abundance, right? It's to stay grounded, is to have all the tools that you need to make things work in your life, despite what anyone else may tell you, right? I always say only listen to people who know you, basically, right? If you want to if someone here to give you an advice, it would probably be from someone who knows you. I say sitting here being strange tarot reader. Gotta turn on the light. Sorry, Aries. Your reading always gets so distracted by me and my my attention span here, right? It got a little bit dark. Yeah, Aries, I will give you the advice because that is one of the cards here. The advice is to choose people who choose you. I feel as though you have a pleasant surprise coming up for you sooner than you expect. Well, basically it's your birthday month, right? But you know, this is a pleasant surprise waiting around the corner for you, coming towards you rather quickly. And choose people who choose you. That's also the advice here. What we have coming your way, yeah, there's definitely some very confident energy that's coming your way here. With the Six of Wands as well. They can be in their ego a little bit, meaning that they like to be seen, they like to be celebrated. But you know what? You will definitely know how to deal with it. No one's going to knock you over here. Especially because even though you may sometimes feel so question whether or not you're doing the right thing, if you really were to question, look deep inside, you probably know you're doing the right thing. But it's up for you to decide, as always. Then we have this box here, the Taurus season. You know what, I think so the pleasant surprise is going to show up in Taurus season, and that is not far away. The NDC are actually moving really, really quickly with you, despite it being like I set the time span for like a few months, but here it shows up with a lot of, it's very quickly, because I feel as though you may have started to work on something here in Pisces season, and then it's going to show up around here near the, I feel as though it's really going to manifest near the end of Taurus season. But yeah, see more about this here, what it is coming up for you. Is some sort of it has commitment with it, and there's a woman who's very kind, she's very sweet, and there's an invitation to go somewhere and do something, probably with this woman. It could have to do with going traveling somewhere. Yeah, she could have something to do with traveling. All I can say is that I see that there's a woman here and she's kind. Could be a water sign. Alright, that's what I have for you. Hope you got anything from it. I am moving on to Taurus. Alright, Taurus, what do we have for you? What do we have for the Taurus? Swear to God, it was all sunny earlier today, now it's snowing. It's a funny weather here in the north. We have the Empress. I'll just lay out the cards here. Why are there reversals in this deck? Trying to keep it positive with these ones. They are about your strengths. The Empress energy, as she always shows up. She shows up with the, well, you know what this is about here? I feel as though this is you having an opportunity to work on learning something here, and that was your learning is basically how to be compassionate, most and foremost to yourself, in ways where you are not going to bend over for other people in ways where there's not going to be a winner. Alright, let me explain that. This Five of Swords here, which is about walking away from a conflict where someone here is always trying to win, as opposed to trying to find a win-win situation, right? Compromising is the solution to that. Anyway, with the Empress here, it's the compassion of saying, we can meet halfway, we can find solutions that works for both of us, where it's not about you gaining everything and then I'm being the loser, or vice versa. It's a maturity, right? Now what it is that you're hoping for, however, is some sort of a communication, traveling for some of you this is about, you know, making a compromise in terms of where you're going to go on this for the summer. But mostly it's probably about somehow a communication, the way that you communicate with someone, probably how they text you. Maybe you are having a conflict in terms of how often someone here is texting you. In the recent past, now there's a sadness here. There's also a regret, but with the Empress here, that compassionate, she's basically saying, you know, it doesn't really bring any abundance or any kind of love or compassionate energy to be stuck in the past and always wondering, I wish I had done it differently. You know, it doesn't really bring any. Does it bring any good to be stuck in a sadness? No. It's about learning from it and then letting it go. Again, choosing people who choose you and not giving up. And yeah, there are times when we get stuck in our head, but you know, I see you moving towards victory, so that's a good thing. Oh. Anyway. Oh no. Right. For those of you who are in a loose dating connection, I am seeing some challenges related to someone here wanting to have non-committal energies still. Just saying that. What you have here for you, going for you, is an opportunity, as I said here again, to look at things in a different light. You have supportive energy that's about grabbing new opportunities here for gaining a new wisdom. Sorry, I'm being bombarded. My phone is bling, bling, blinging. But to gain some sort of a new wisdom in your life. Hold on. I think someone's trying to get in through the door. Alright, I'm back. It was the vet. Anyway, yeah. We're very... Taurus, let's head on to the other side of this reading. We do have around you a broken heart. But you know what you have? You have a lot of threes in this reading. The Empress, the Three, the Death, and the Three of Swords. This is the pain that comes with the Empress energy. What is the Empress energy? Long story short, it is basically to love is to lose. You know, it's to dare to be vulnerable, to dare to love, because it's a very courageous thing to actually dare to love, because you know you can't control, you know you have other people, you know you have to love someone that may hurt you, right? Because that's what we do when we relate, but doing it, but bravely still going into it. For those of you that you have children, you know what this is about, because that is also here. But with this pain here, let's see this in the environment. Ooh, some of you Tauruses in the next few months probably going to make a decision to stop manifesting from a mindset of lack, right? To stop trying to basically just to stop having this, to looking at the world through the glasses of pain. That you are alone, that you don't have the resources that you need in order to make things work in your life, be it money, be it love, because someone here is not communicating with you. I see you starting to not stop, to basically to not deal with it, to say no, to say goodbye almost. It's not going to be easy here. Your strength is to withdraw from a situation, to decide to look forward into the future. It's like you're going to have an opportunity here in the next months or so, where you will sort of be asked by the universe, I will say, to question that which brings you an inner happiness and what brings you a sense of meaningfulness to your life, to your path, so to say. Oh, now the sun is coming out. Now I have to go and turn off the light. Guys, I'm sorry, this is a little bit chaotic. Hold on. Typical, right? But it's, yeah, that's what I'm getting here, that you're going to have that coming up for you. Probably around the late summertime here, Leo season. But you're going to be victorious in it. You're going to have around summertime some very good months here. There's like a funny pattern that's showing up where you may be deciding to follow your heart a lot more. You may actually run into a few people here. There's one who's see, that's you may run into people who are not ruled by their emotions, so to say. Not that you are, but they are not. They're just not very emotional. Let's say it like that. But I see you making attempts here to embrace a more compassionate side of yourself, even though you may be faced with a person who makes decisions from their heart and another one who's very, very pragmatic. It's kind of like there's a man and a woman here in this case. Could be in work. The advice here is basically for you to embrace the pain that is in your surroundings here. It's not going to be easy. But it's basically about bringing balance into your life by walking away from something that doesn't bring you an emotional fulfillment. Now, as always, it's up for you to decide what that is, if this is for you. This is like a reading that takes place throughout the months, and this is definitely an energy that can take some time to play out, because it's one of choosing oneself, to loving oneself, and letting go. It's not easy, especially for you, most likely, if you have the stubbornness in you, as we know the Taurus energy does. But as always, you get to decide. That's what I have for you. It is beautiful. You have the Empress here, but she's very much about loving yourself and learning to let go. And I don't think that's going to be an easy journey, but you tell me. Alright, I'm moving on to Gemini. See you, Taurus. Ooh, wrong button. Gemini. Let's see what we have for you, Gemini. And the sun is going crazy. Alright, sorry, it's just the weather is a little... It has its own life today, as always. As always. The Page of Cups, getting a wish fulfillment. What is up with this? Ooh, is this one of those situations where you gotta be patient? Yeah, it probably is. I'm seeing you having made some decisions here in the recent past that brings up new opportunities for you. It's close. This is Saturn bringing back the abundance that is for you. So it's a matter about whether or not you set your goals in ways that are beneficial for you, because if you have, you are definitely manifesting some sort of a new path that feels like it's the right thing here for you, and it's going to come your way here. It's going to speak to your heart. It's definitely you getting what it is that you want. And why is it? It's not because you're sitting just attracting it, it's because you are actually taking action towards it as well. And that action, again, is very much tied up to the energy in the past, which is one of knowing what it is that you want for yourself, setting your eye on it, so that it can come your way. Envisioning it. Yeah, you tell me, what techniques you used. Doesn't really matter. The key of it is having your eyes set on it, knowing what it is, feeling it under your body, so that if someone here were to come and tell you, no, that's not your path, this is your path, you're like, nope, this is, You may have your opinion about what my path is. I know what my path is, so you know, you do you, I do me. As long as you're not hurting anyone along the way, then I guess it's fine. You know what I mean, right? And it also makes it easier for you to talk about it, to speak about it, to put into words what it is that you want, right? I mean, it's actually very important to be able to give a clear answer to the question of what is it that you want for yourself. If you sit there saying, I don't know, you know, how are you going to bring what it is that you want into your life if you don't know what it is? So that's it. That's the knowing it. So that's basically it. What we have here around you is actually something that's a little bit, we gotta look into it. It has the devil with it, right? So there's a little bit of a shadowy side there. Now, what is your fears in this? Your fears is actually not knowing. Now, you get it. It may actually be that you are. Would you fear the most? Fear the most, you know. But would you worry about a little bit here? It's not being granted the opportunity to take a different opinion on things. Well, let's see. You are. It's like, you know. You also have this. You may actually worry about there's going to be a stalemate, where no action is going to be taken, because that would be boring. Yes, the stalemate. It's like if you may worry that another person you are going to be dealing with here, or just who you may be dealing with already, is going to create a stalemate, because they're going to question whether or not they want to go on this adventure here with you, because they may find themselves being a lag. That's the self, that's the sabotaging here, right? There's a pain here related to you that you are connecting with. They have pain in them. They're trying to open up their heart and be open to this. And I feel as though they are, but they may have a different pace of how they move. They may have something here with them that makes them pause a lot, and that's the stalemate you may be worried a little bit about here. See, you know what, Gemini? You have the potential here to manifest what it is that you want into your life. I feel as though the key to this is that it's those energies that I just spoke about. You knowing what it is that you want and being able to articulate it and put it into words very, very clearly. Because you may be dealing with an energy here that can bring a stalemate energy into the table because they don't trust. And they are probably not going to speak about their trust issues to you. So patience is also the advice here with this temperance energy. It's patience, and also that there being balances. That there being balance in the situation. But you know what, another energy I'm also getting here for that's very, very strong here, powerful for you, is that in all of this, that you, in your ways of bringing the abundance, or bringing what it is that you want into your life, that you have the capacity to speak when spoken to, to speak about that thing. I don't know what it is, right? But to be the opposite of me right now, being eloquent, using words in a way that are very compassionate and mindful to the other person, so that you don't hurt them by what it is that you tell them. Even when you are, for instance, let's say that you get frustrated about the energy that is brought to the table by the environment or the other person, but you being compassionate and working with them through the way that you communicate is very powerful, by the way. It's a beautiful thing to be able to do that, because that brings the balance. It brings the respect to the situation, to the other person, in ways that where you're also respecting yourself. You know what I mean? And this I can get if this can get frustrating to deal with people who don't trust and who may have abandonment issues. Yeah, I guess you may be dealing with an energy that goes back and forth a little bit in their emotions about what it is that they want. They could have, as I said, some experiences with them, but they're trying to open their heart, they're trying to look at things in a different way. It's just not easy. So that's what I have for you there. Let's move on to who's next? That must be the Cancerian. See you, Gemini. Ciao. Ciao. Alright, Cancer, what do we have for you? What do we have for you coming up here in the next few months? Yeah. What do we have for the Cancerians? Let's see if that works. The lightning is a little bit funny. Let's see if I move out here. Sorry. I'll get distracted today, sorry. Justice. This is, holy shit. This is more than a few months. This is a long time. There's a lot of major arcanas in this. How many arcanas do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 11. Right. We have the Justice here. Give me a minute here. It's about doing it's about decisions being made in terms of how you probably relate to. I don't know if it's another person or just in general. Of course, could be a legal situation, but it's about decisions being made in a way that is fair, that is just. What supports the situation here is about taking a different approach, looking at things in a different way. Whatever this is about. Could be it's legal situation, relationship issue, you tell me. In the recent past, I'm seeing there being a happiness. It's also about there being clarity. I don't know if you have been carrying a lot with you here. Being supportive of other people for a long time. But whatever it is that you did, I can explain it. Look at this horse. Do you see that horse that is moving into success in a way where the horse is carrying someone else's on its back? I feel as though you may have had a period of time here where you've been carrying other people, so to say, or supporting them. It's not because they were lazy, or you tell me, but it's just being a very supportive energy for others. But in the process here, I'm getting a slow progression in terms of you moving into what brings you victory as well. I actually get that this is somehow related to an inner knowing that in order for you to find fulfillment or feel fulfilled in your life, you gotta prioritize you. And also, if you have a child here, I also get that the child is very important to you, of course, but making decisions in ways where you prioritize yourself, but also put the needs of your child high, if that makes sense. Anyway, it's like your intuition is going to speak more loudly to you for the next few months here, in terms of what it is that needs to be changed, right? Where will there be? Where's the potential for you to try new adventures? Because that's what we have on the table here. Supporting you is you taking chances in your life, trying to do things in a new way. but at the same time you're doing it, you will have this here, and the energy from the past is also a knowing inside of you that enables you to reflect upon how you are deciding on that path. I know it's a little bit, sounds weird, but it's like this inner knowing, your intuition guiding you, and it's guiding you to make decisions that may not feel good for everyone involved, but it's the right decision. It's fair. There are some things that's going to be put on hold for time being. I feel as though there's some things that you're just not going to engage with. And why is it that you're doing it? It's because you're finding that space where you can blossom. And if you have a child as well, your child here, and that means walking away from something, because that's what is coming up. Someone here is walking away from a situation, and what they're walking away from are illusions of it just keeps things stagnant. It keeps someone stuck in a position that may bring a level of stability for the time being, but it's from a place of, I won't say fear, it's from a place of comfort, right? The energies here that are supporting you are about taking chances and being a little bit risky in it. And in that perspective, you may be deciding to cut something out here, or just to, you may even be cutting people out of your life. There's probably someone here that's waiting around for you to come your way, to come their way after you took a pause from them. But let me tell you, if you are deciding to walk away from something here, it's because it's the right thing for you. And for them as well, they will probably not see it. If you're not walking away, or you're walking back to someone, then that's what you do. You decide. All I'm getting here is that the decisions that are being made, or will be made, will be the right, because it's going to be a decision that takes accountability, so to say. It's one of you being honest with yourself, with the people you're dealing with, about what will be the right for everyone included. And sometimes that which is right at the moment, at the time when the decision is made, may not feel right for someone because they're not getting what it is that they want. Now am I saying that? Because we have the heartbreak up here. That is the pain. Then we have the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Lovers and the Judgment and the Four of Wands. I really get that you for a long time have been talking. This is something that you've been talking about for a while. You've been talking about a new beginning here. And I feel as though you've been saving up for it. Or you've been very smart about your how you invest of yourself. Also your money, by the way. This is like a business opportunity where you've been saving up. Or a house, for that matter. You've been saving up for this. It's not something that's going to come out of the blue. This is something that's been taking a while to brew up. You see, that's the thing. You're not really interested in participating in debates where people don't tell you everything, or they are talking about you behind your back, or you just find yourself in situations that you don't feel comfortable. And you're probably also not in. You find if you have. The company you're leaving behind is one of those where someone can be aggressive. They just want to win for the sake of winning. There, you need balance here. Even though it does bring some sort of a sadness here. This is typical, and this is a typical energy of a breakup. Doesn't have to be a breakup. It can. I mean, it's an energy. Can. You tell me, right? just setting things straight here. Someone here has been taking your love for granted. These are the consequences this is how consequences look like. That you don't put up with that. If someone here puts you in a position where you may feel that you may be the other woman, or someone could be cheating on you because they're breadcrumbing you, they're not giving you, they make you feel like less of a priority. They will feel the consequences. The sadness of it is that I get that someone here is waiting around for you to come back to them after your little pause. Yeah. This is not really showing up as though you're coming back. The strength that you have here is your ability to close out chapters that are not beneficial for you. To make room for something new. Because that's what I'm seeing that you want. You may want to talk with someone about what has happened. To bring peace. But the reason why you're doing it is most likely because you want to stand in your integrity. It's not coming from a place of needing to be right or anything. It's just to get things settled and move on. You know what? How long this time span has? This is a long time span, guys. This is something that's playing out. I mean, it could even be years. It's definitely not. I'll say at least a year. There are energies here of at least a year, 2 years. From at least last August. And where are we going with this? This could play out throughout the year. Because it's a profound energy. Anyway, we are now moving on to Leo. See you, Cancer. Alright, Leo. Let's get to it. It is your turn now. What is playing out here for Leo in the next few months or so? Let's see. Let's just lay out the cards and see here. Emperor. Not back. You may be getting a reward or some sort here. Why? Why? No. No. The keynote here is taking control of your life. Showing up as someone who has direction, knowing where you want to go, and giving to it. Why do I get like it's like you also being giving something here, but it's not enough? You know, let's say that you worked long hours for a long time, and you're being given a small raise and not receiving what you feel is just for you. Feeling a little bit tired of that, but in the end, there's this not giving up at least. I am getting gotta be honest, because I'm looking at these two here with the beards and all that. This is someone who has worked for a long time, gained a lot of knowledge and stability into your life. Financially, I'm being a little bit dissatisfied with it. Not feeling you're being rewarded enough, but let's look into it. Some of you may be working in in some sort of a formal setting where you are not paid a lot of money. There are some, I don't know where it's like in your where you're from, but where I'm from, people working in government and all of that, they're not paid as much as you are paid in the private sector. Oh, mostly, yeah, probably exceptions, but even though you perform the same amount, and then you have women that are not being equal pay either. Anyway, let's see. This is funny. In the recent past, I am getting like this situation where you maybe have been put into a position where you had to subdue your own voice a little bit. It is it's not necessarily a negative energy, because it is about it's something that's very practical in terms of fitting in. Because if you know how to speak the language of the place where you are at, it can be very beneficial in terms of then fitting into that place. Some of you have probably worked your way up into a good position here, but I still get that it's not enough in terms of financially here. And I am also seeing here in the recent past that energy here about you might feeling that the wisdom that you have, the skills that you have, or just the things that you're not allowed to talk about it, because you have to follow the direction of that place you were placed into, having to adopt the voices of others and being a little bit fed up with it. What's going to happen here in the summertime is that I see you taking you're taking a almost like a holiday, but I keep getting it's like an inner frustration will keep growing with you, and it's a frustration that ties up to your desire to be on the move, to try something new. It's your inner power, basically, it's like your intuition maybe telling or speaking to you, giving you small signs. You go out in nature, you see small hints, or you read something, right? It's the inner voice, let's say like that reminds you that you can do more than this, if you feel like it, of course. Now, what you will experience here is the Ten of Swords. You may have experienced people being a little bit dishonest with you, or feeling that they can get away with anything, or what pleases them. But some of you are probably going through something here the next few months where if you are looking at what you needed to do in order to get somewhere. I am getting that you may experience forms of deceptive behavior from other people, but it is most likely tied up to the place where you are working. That you may be at a place where things look good on the outside, but behind someone's back things are taking place, because probably people here wanting to get ahead in their own career. Some of you are probably working in a big organization, big organization, something here. And if it's not, it's just something where there's power, let's say like that. And that actually doesn't have to be in a big organization. You can have, it's just when you have a bigger influence on other people or decision processes, or anything actually. When you have influence, then you have a sort of power. Anyway, yeah, it's just because I relate to that energy personally of where people are doing this to get up the ladder, the social ladder, with high with workplaces where there's a lot of stake, but it could basically take place anywhere. Right, anyway. I get like a feeling of guilt. I don't know if this is you, a feeling of guilt of thinking back on a woman or another person here that was trying to do something here and got their heart broken. That person has, by the way, if that is the case, moved on and is doing fine. Oh, there this person is. There's a woman here, the Queen of Pentacles showing up in your environment. Okay, so somewhere down the line here, you're going to find yourself probably in a debate with a woman who is currently experiencing some sort of a financial setback and or is feeling left out here. I absolutely see someone here waiting for you, that's for sure. What you're hoping for is something you don't want to tell me. Why are you hoping to not having to deal with this woman? You're hoping on, yeah, most of you're hoping that you can move on and not having to deal with this. You're very inspirational, as I said here before, especially in terms of your career. You may be wanting to try to do something more here. You're hoping for to follow your ambitions and to not give up and to continue to look forward into the future. But in this environment around here is someone who is in a lack. You know what, for some of you it could be a woman here who is requiring money from you. She could be in a financial situation and is waiting around for money from you. Is it a baby mama or something like that? I don't know. And you're hoping to not deal with that. It doesn't have to. It's not necessarily a negative person. It's not someone you're trying to force your arm and trying to take from you. It's just a challenging energy here, right? And if you have money, they may be trying to come your way and to get something. Oh, and it's not necessarily bad. What you do have coming up, however, yeah, okay, it is that woman. Woman, man, you tell me. It is. Alright, here's the thing. Some of you guys are going to have to deal with some sort of a conflict with this Queen of Pentacles. She's showing up twice. With this Queen of Pentacles, and it is most likely going to be about why you want to go travel and see the world in the way that you want to go travel, see the world. Maybe you're not banding, maybe you were leaving this, or you have left, or you don't want to give in to this woman anymore. And because it's like something here is happening within you where you get like your spirit guides or whatever, maybe trying to communicate with you or inspiring you to do things in a different way, to be on the move in a different way. And we have someone here who's not sharing your perspective, and they may come in your way and say, why are you changing things? I need this from you. I need this money. I need this work from you. I need this, whatever it is that you bring to the table, I need that from you. And you're deciding to say no. They may not be able to accept a no, and then that's where we have the conflict, right? And it probably comes from that environment there where you're feeling actually a little bit betrayed by it. Not betrayed, yeah, you know what, you tell me. It's just a little bit of deception. Because let's say that you have got my back, you have someone here who's showing up as actually rather stable, and then they respond in a particular way that's not particularly considerate of you. Disagreements. Well, the advice here is for you is to save your money. people here, if there's anyone here in the next few months that just think that they have access to you and your money and your time and your effort, your body, without having to do anything for it, they just feel entitled to that. Be mindful of that. Don't ever let people start getting comfortable treating you like shit or feeling that they are entitled to you, your money, or your time. Unless it's like in a payment service. Alright, but let's not go there. That's it, Leo. We will see what happens, right? See you next time. We're moving on to Virgo. Alright, Virgo. What do we have for the Virgo? What do we have for the Virgo? Oh, I forget it. It's just gonna be very bright and shiny in the back. It's a shame you can't see it. It's actually very beautiful. But it's all taken by the light. Two of Cups for you with the Hanged Man. Oh la la, it's looking good for you, Virgo. Swear to God, these readings. There's always this tendency that things looks amazing and then bam, something shows up. That's like this, the Ten of Swords, right? But Ten of Swords is not necessarily a negative energy. Well, it is. But it's definitely alright. There's a headache included. Let's get to that. We have the Two Cups. What you have going on here for you will be about you and another person. It's a relationship that we're talking about here, and it's a relationship that may be on hold. It's going to take a pause here, meaning it could be one of those situations where you are in distance from each other. You may have been in distance from each other since Pisces season. Why do we say that? Because we have the Hanged Man. No. It's a situation where there's it's about looking at things from a different light between the two of you. Looking at a relationship with new eyes and how to bring a different form of stability into this connection. In the recent past, we have the Emperor. This is you making, standing in your own power, and setting the direction and the tone for your life, being very guiding. Taking back your own power here. And by you standing in your own power, you know yourself, you know your own voice, you know the direction that you want to go in. And you can also be, well, because you know that within yourself, you're also capable of guiding other people in the way that, let's say it like this. Because you know what is important to you, because you know what you bring to the table and what is your truth, no one else can tell it to you. Unless they bring at least evidence for something. What you have going on with you here is you have your eyes set on some sort of a long-term stability and abundance. If this is in terms of your work, I see you having high ambitions for yourself, following the path of your family. Not necessarily, but it is family. It's basically following the path where you are able to provide for yourself and family and all of that. It's going to be important for you is taking a pause and taking a break. I feel as though this is probably you deciding that to prioritize taking a vacation when the summertime comes. And in that case, I see you going traveling. Going somewhere to revigorize, do you say it like that? To gain more energies, basically. To take a pause to recharge. so that you go on something more inspiring when you come back. Now, what you have surrounding you here, it's going to be interesting. And I don't want you to get worried or anything. We have a change going on around you. I don't know if you have a situation going on where someone is getting a new offer and they are deciding to take things elsewhere. It could be a family member, it could be at work or whatever. It actually brings you a happiness here. I feel as though you're going to see that someone here who could have brought headaches into your life is actually deciding to go and I wanted to say bring headaches somewhere else. So that's where the Ten of Swords is actually not that bad of an energy. But let's see. Yeah. If you have a boss and you had challenges with your boss, that boss may get a new job. In that case, that will bring you happiness. Let me tell you more about this. Why is that? This is alright. Yeah, I really feel as though you have in whatever it is that you got going on, you're dealing with a situation where there's not a lot of compatibility between you and someone, and what it is that you want into your life is some place where there is compatibility. What we have here is a King of Cups with a Queen of Wands and the Devil. These two do not go together. This is someone who's a bit too emotional. It's like a man who's very emotional and takes the energies that a woman brings to the table a bit too personal. She's probably very attractive. And she can't. See, that's the thing. A King of Cups, when he's in his negative energy, he can be trying to manipulate, right? And a Queen of Wands in the negative, she can be very dominating. I feel as though we're just dealing with two people who bring out the worst in each other sometimes. A man who is trying to, I wanted to say almost like control, or he's probably used to having more power than he's used to, and then this woman energy, female energy comes in. You can't reach the emotional state of a Queen of Wands. She doesn't give a fuck. I just get that these energies are not very compatible. It doesn't have to be in love. Can be in work. It can be in family, friendships, whatever. This is being put on pause because what I get that you're trying to bring together and what is actually coming your way is a King and a Queen of Pentacles and a Page of Pentacles. This is something far more stable, that's more pragmatic. What we have over here on contrast is someone talking about emotions and visions, not doing anything about it, and a woman driving forward, trying to create, and it's a lot of chaos here. It's a lot of fire. It's like a volcano going off in the water and tsunamis and all of that. Anyway, that's what we have there. You are what it is that you're hoping for, then yeah, you guys basically getting a wish fulfillment, which is something here is ending. There's not much to say. And then after that, you will be able to celebrate something. So the headache you've been dealing with is going to go away. There's not much to say. Other than that, your strength is taking care of yourself. Go on a holiday. Go on a holiday because I feel as though the energies will flow very naturally here. It's like going on a holiday, coming back, and then you see, oh, they're not here anymore. They decide to go somewhere. Fine. Suits me fine. Anyway, I am moving on to, where are we going? We're going to Libra. Oh my god, Libra, I just did your entire reading and you missed it. Alright, I'm gonna tell you what we have here. We have Ace of Wands, which is a brand new opportunity here showing up. Right? It has the world of opportunities in front of you. And I'm seeing you hoping to be able to be kind and be caring and just be yourself. That's it. But I am getting that in the recent past, you may have had some sort of a very strong connection in your life that has shaped you. Of course, it has shaped you into a particular way of thinking, of feeling, of being, and all of that. This reading is a sad that you actually missed it, because it was actually very heavy. It had a lot of interesting things going on. Let me just dive into that past energy here with the Lovers. It has ended. It's something here that has taught you to stand on your own 2 feet, to stand in your truth, to not be gaslit by other people, and to not let other people tell you that you are not sane. You know, those situations, strong connections that actually bring you into you. Sometimes these situations leave emotional scars that come up now and then. They are part of us, they live in our bodies. Now, when you have here showing up, it's something that's brand new beginning, right? It's actually very positive. It can feel destined. But it may also bring a little bit discomfort here with you, because it is probably a brand new energy. It's an energy that also puts a closure to something. It's new. We have to learn to deal with the new. Now, you might find yourself at a stalemate where things are actually not moving, even though it is new and it's showing up as though there's a progression here, but it's not moving. I get that there's fear showing up here for you in the future. It's something that is a memory resurfacing for you here, right? Now, it is probably related to something that happened in the past, where someone here may have tried to control a situation over your head. You do not want to repeat that, and I can understand that if that is yours, right? You tell me. That you don't want to have other people control the way that you view the world, whatever you feel, where you want to go. You don't want to repeat that shit. Now, you might find yourself in a situation where something will trigger you, that you might get a little worried that someone here is going to control you, or control the situation so that you will not have any saying in it. And in response, you may actually try to control the situation yourself, flipping it around here, right? It's something that, if this is yours, if that happens, it's something for you to deal with. I'm not qualified to deal with this. But I can see what may be triggering it is that you might feel that something could be going on behind your back. Someone here is not being honest with you. It could be about finances. They may be just not giving you the full information here. You may also find that someone here is not living up to what it is that they say they want to do. Right? They're just not following through. You have an opportunity here to learn something. It's going to take some time. And in this process, I get that you will be asked here to, well, it is for you to learn this. It's going to take some time, and it's about you setting your goals. You knowing what it is that you want returned to you, of abundance, of whatever here. But I do get that it's almost like a fear of losing control of it, because someone else has in the past done something here, and that you may have times where you could respond in ways that ties up to past experiences. Now, it's very important here that nobody is allowed to gaslight you. Not even like me sitting here saying that, oh, you're responding based upon the past. No, your reality is your reality. Even if it is, even if there could be some ties to an emotional response to something in the past that may not be beneficial for you in the present. Well, you know what? Whatever you experience is your reality. But yeah, it's a matter here about how you work on it. If something doesn't feel right to you, grab it. Grab that fear and face it. Don't let anyone ever tell you that, oh, you should just ignore it. No, if there's a fear, there's a fear. Now let's see this moon up there. Queen of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. That's basically similar to just what I said here. Is if something shows up for you, you have lived your life. You have gained wisdom here. It has shaped you into a particular mindset, but it also brings you, that wisdom also brings you knowledge of how to deal with a situation in the present moment, and also setting goals for your future, right? Meaning that it's okay to take a pause here when you feel something here going on within you. If you feel that, then take the pause here. And then think back of what you have learned through life. And think about what it is that you want for yourself in life. What you want, right? And take a pause, take a step back, and try and question things, actually. That's actually a good thing. Isn't that what you do? If someone here tries to gaslight you or manipulate you or something into believing the world to be in a particular way, you can question them on that, saying, do you have evidence? Or what do you mean by that? Or let's say that someone here tells you that, Libra, you are always, what could they say? You don't get enough sleep. You're letting fear, no, that's questioning myself here. You're letting fear take over our connection, or you something. You're always trying to control the situation because of something. And you can ask, what do you mean by that? Or can you give an example? I don't know, you find solutions to it. The key point here is that when in doubt, it's okay to take a pause here, question the situation. Don't just brush it off. Your strength is also that you have friends. Ask your friends. Those who matter, right? Those you can trust. Quality people will always tell you the truth. Even if it hurts you. They're not trying to gain something from it. See, that's the thing. If someone here tells you, if a quality person tells you something that you may not want to hear, there's no gain in it for them. They do it because they care. Personal opinion, of course. Libra, because I have these two showing up here for you, it is a little bit of having to deal with fear. But your strength is people who matter in your life, your friends. And sometimes there may even just be a misunderstanding taking place. But it's okay to take a pause. Huh? You could have online friends here. Oh, yeah. Again, always. I really don't know how to deal with these sort of energies, because it's a fine-edged balance here, right? No, fine-edged knife, I don't know what you say. It's dangerous to devalue other people and say that what they are telling themselves or what they're going through is just silly, even though We may stand on the outside and see something and say, this is silly, you should just change it. But first of all, there's nothing just, you should just do this. No, no, no. People have free will. Anyway, Libra. Eight of Wands showing up. It feels destined. Brand new, amazing things for you. Your strength is friends. Don't be afraid. But if you find fear speaking to you, it's okay to take a pause and to think back and listen to your gut feeling and take a pause from the noise from everyone else. Alright, that's it. I'm moving on to what's next. That must be Libra, Scorpio. Oh, it is Scorpio. Ciao, Libra. Scorpio. What do we have for you, Scorpio? The Tower. The Magician. Scorpio, do you want to get away from something here? We have the Tower and we have the Magician. And it's Judgment and Dear Lord. Something here ending. Scorpio, it does show up a little bit as though you are probably deciding to leave something here along the way. Leave or change, at least. Change something. But you're going to have victory, right? Right, the Tower here. The Tower in the center of it all is a situation that something, yes, will I say sudden? Yes, it does feel sudden, but it may actually be something that you have, you may actually want this Tower to show up. Why is that? Because I do see a situation where there's been conflict in the recent past, where there's been no winner. Someone here trying to win at all costs, not really being good at collaborating with other people, and I see you desiring that. Collaborating with other people, getting to know you. If this isn't love, it's getting to know you, giving you a chance, basically. Allowing you to talk. And it shows that there may be a significant event taking place here for you that has to do with something in a way that you may have usually done things. The way that you put in your the way that you worked with other people, the way that you got to know other people as well. I'm getting like an understanding that something here has to change in the way that you work together with someone. Get to know them, work with them. It just means that you meet halfway, collaborate together. Let's say that you are having to go on a holiday here together as a couple, then rather than you deciding everything or they deciding everything, then it's a matter here about meeting halfway. It's not about always being right, it's about meeting halfway. Scorpio, I am getting here in the next few months. Why did I get like you may be trying to test someone? And the way that you may test someone is by you holding back, by not giving, just to see if they can read you or something like that. But that's the thing. Those of you who are mature enough to know that game playing is not always something that brings the results that you want, right? Might start looking at such an approach in a different light. I see some of you taking a pause here. It's an active pause. It's having put in a lot of work and then stepping back and seeing, oh dear, what works for me, what doesn't work for me. How am I going to bring my abundance, or the abundance, my way? Right? That's what I'm seeing. I am getting a little bit of regret related to the past here. You're not interested in repeating the conflicts here. This is actually also an understanding that about, you know, that doesn't really work to just go into the conflict again and again and again and talking and communicating in the same way, using the same arguments, expecting that something here will have changed. If you didn't win the argument before, or the next time, and the third time, and the fourth time, you're then never going to win. Will you gain anything from repeatedly going into it? I'm seeing you hoping to get out of that, but you may have this emotional fixation on something here in the past, I see. But you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to focus on it. It's here. It comes in glimpses when you are trying to I'm gonna have to, what's the word here? Manifest, or to, when you're trying to create something good for yourself. Emotionally, there's an attachment here to a partnership where there was a broken heart or sadness, and it feels as though it has roots in the subconsciousness. I would probably never get you to talk about it. Absolutely not. So why even dive into it? Because I don't see that you're willing to. In the environment here, we do have death and Nine of Swords. If you are distancing yourself from someone, or you find yourself in distance from someone, someone here, yeah, Scorpio, may be worried about how things have ended, but they're not going to approach you. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing them holding themselves back, deciding to learn from it and do things differently another place. And you're not showing up that way either. You are also changing. This is like a theme that's showing up for people. Deciding to change the way that you relate to other people. And deciding to walk away from something here. You're probably going to be focused on keeping your stability, your safety here, emotionally. You want to change to something that is the way you relate to other people, or people relate to you. Some of you may actually be leaving a workplace because of something like this, where people are not working together. What's coming up here for you? You're going to be busy. And I actually get that you're going to tell someone what you feel about them, good or bad. You're going to be very honest. If you may actually meet someone you have to work with, or you have to get to know them, and you're going to be very honest with them, and I feel as though it's because you may be actually telling them about a past situation that took place, what you have learned from that, and you may tell them something about, I can get a little bit distrustful when things come at me very, very quickly, be it a contract or just people trying to get to know you. You may say, I get a little bit distrusting here because of the experiences that you have gone through. Your advice is that you're victorious here. Whatever it is that, you're seen, you're victorious, people admiring you. The energies are on the table for you to to try something new, to learn something new, by the way, as well. And especially in terms of your work, you may actually be able to increase your money here. By taking on a new skill. Actually, it will take some time to work to build that skill up, but it is on the table here. So this is a mixture of love and career. Career is looking good. It's a beautiful energy. This is something related to the way you work with other people, or you relate to other people. Same thing. All right, that's it, Scorpio. I'll see you next time. Take care. Saggy. All right, Saggy, what do we have for you for the next, let's say, 3 months, couple of months, 3 months? Oh, it's tough on the back, sitting on the floor. Let's see, Saggy. Let's lean over here. All right, Saggy. Oh, that worked. Shuffling and finding a good position to sit in for my back. Knight of Swords. You are on the move somewhere. You're on the move. I get that you are being granted an opportunity almost to do things in a different way. We'll look into that. You know what? I actually get that you may have been in some situations where you usually stay quiet. You're very smart. You're very attractive. You have wisdom. You know things. Probably also intuitive, right? You got shit going on there for you. I'm getting a little bit of an energy here about not feeling safe enough to trust your intuition in a way, but it's like it came at you very, very quickly. It's like you know that when you I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's just your own body wants to tell you something, wants to talk to you about something, telling you something, and in order for that intuition to get through to you, you have to be open to it. But you may have kept that guard up very high, not trusting it, and in that also not trusting yourself, I will say. It's almost like a distrust of others due to a distrust of oneself. Doesn't have to be that significant, but it's just a little bit of a projection. But you want to try and do things differently coming up here, and it particularly shows up in how you relate to other people. It may be a friendship situation, it could be children going on here as well, right? It's a nice energy. You're smiling more. No longer saying no to your heart. And that also means, oh, there we have it, the 5 of Cups. Yeah, I was actually seeing that. It also means that you're not saying no to your regrets. Just embracing them. Now, for the next few months, I'm getting that you're probably going to spend some time learning from other people. Maybe you're going to school, maybe you got a new job, you're just learning some sort of a new skill. Learning from other people. That's what I'm getting. That's probably going to be here in your, something that takes place here, right? Someone here be maybe trying to give you some advice about how to relate to other people, or how to be more emotional in nature, and also, by the way, about how to work with new methods, how to be more patient. I'm getting you being a little bit annoyed at a person here who's teaching you something. especially if you're going to school. But you know what? The thing about you, Saggy, is that you have been through something, okay? You're taking some battles. You are probably very inspiring without you knowing it. You also have a lot to give to other people in terms of your wisdom if you decide to speak up on it. And that may actually be what you may decide to do in response to this. You might actually decide along the way here to speak up more about what you have accumulated of wisdom. Sorry, my back is killing me here. And that's a beautiful thing. Sachi, I feel as though you have left behind a situation here. Someone here may be missing you. If this is a complicated love situation, someone here put you in a third situation. Not really, that's not really happening again here. You're done with that. Yeah, you're not really done with that. But I am getting that someone here may miss you. But you're focused on having victory. You're more than that. You're focused, and you know what? You know what you want. You know what you have to bring to the table. And you're going to continue move, basically. No more stagnancy for the Sagittarius. And what is coming up is actually a release of energies, basically. Especially, you know, if you are it's almost like you're also learning to set up the boundaries around yourself so that you know when to say stop, when to say I am not gonna take on the world here. Sometimes it's other people's responsibility to deal with their own shit. Is it not focusing? There we go. It's a nice fine balance, and what you have supporting you is an Ace of Cups. How did I get this? Some of you may be getting an apology from someone that you know, and you will look at it and see what you can use it for. But in the end, what will be important for you the next few months is you deciding for you what brings stability and abundance into your life, what works, what doesn't work. It's very much taking a little bit of a pause here and starting to speak more as opposed to just listening to other people telling you what you need to hear. What about you also telling them what they need to hear? I don't know, you tell me. You tell me. You have an Ace of Wands and you have a lot, and the one that didn't want to show up was the Ten of Swords. Yeah. You taking a lot of shit. Sorry, that's what I'm getting now. You had... You know, why do I get like you have been in a situation where you knew better than the people you were dealing with, but you just stayed quiet? And then it fell back on you anyways? You have a brand new opportunity that speaks to your heart. It may even feel a little bit destined, so to say, because it brings you into something new. Yeah, you will be a little bit guarded when it comes your way. You will especially be guarded if it shows up in a way where it has... Someone here may come your way, brand new, by the way, not the past. If they have just left something here behind and they are looking for their happiness, and then they see you, you may be a little bit, you know, I won't say skeptical, but, you know, having a healthy criticism of wanting to see who they are before you allow them into your life. Because, let's face it, you're not a rebound, you're not a tool to be objectified for someone else here. I would say that's a healthy criticism, to basically just see who people are before you throw yourself into something here. But it's up to you, right? Oh. We have a situation coming up here for you. You will see your ships come in. It will come in a different shape than what you expect. You're getting an energy coming your way that's more emotional than you're used to. Very creative. Very kind. Very nice. This person, by the way. It will take some time getting used to. I'm getting like in around December, January, probably January, you will feel more comfortable with the energy that's coming your way. I don't know what it is. You also as a person, but it could also be your own feeling comfortable in your own skin about talking about emotions and intuitions and spirituality, if that's it. All right. I wanted to say Pisces. No, Saggy, that's what I have for you. I'll see you next time. Ciao. Cabby. Alright, Cabby, what do we have for you? Let's just get that one there. Capricorn, next few months. Few months. Gemini. High Priestess. Well, there are a few women here and men. Way too many people showing up here. Okay. Are you going to date a lot of people? No. We have here the High Priestess. This is you attracting a lot of things your way here. For some reason or another, Cappy, you're very attractive. And it may probably come as a shock to you for these past next few months that, wow, what's up with that? You have 3 kings and 2 queens. Are you mad? Yeah. I get a little bit that you will feel a need to defend yourself a little bit, and especially if people come at you really quickly. In the recent past, I get that you learn to say no. You have taken some battles here that have given you a lot of inner strength, and it's an inner strength that you may actually keep a little bit to yourself. It shows a lot of like you for the next few months here. You're going to be critical, not skeptical, but more critical in terms of the people that you deal with in your life. Because you're probably tired. You have the King of Wands and the Tower as your energies that come with you. So what does that tell me? That tells me that you're one who takes action. You may have fire in your chart. Or Leo and Aries season are very important here, but let's see. Yeah, you're putting yourself first a little bit here, right? I do get that you are most likely aiming at becoming a new you. That's basically the theme for the next few months for a lot of people. By becoming a new you, I mean you wanting to softening up a little bit. Most likely in terms of your career here. I get that some of you are wanting to... You're striving for some sort of a position. And it's definitely a high position. And for others of you, this is a person that you're striving for. If you are a man, I really get that you are striving for this position. But the woman, of course, could as well. But it's in the end, it could actually also be another person that you're striving for or you're hoping for. Someone who's very stable, very solid, has their heart open, and you're hoping that they will come your way by just you doing you. I can't say if they're going to, but it may actually happen there. I feel that next few months you will probably find yourself in a situation where you will be triggered, especially in a relationship with someone. The Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the High Priestess, and the Two of Swords. You will be triggered here next few months in a relationship with someone, a close relationship, where you may be hoping that things could turn into something more stable, or just, yeah, that maybe you're hoping for someone here to be something that they're not, which is more pragmatical. Maybe they're more of a dreamy person or dreamer. Anyway, your strength in this situation here throughout these months is actually pulling upon your inner strength to remember basically to remember what happened in the past between you, this person, or just in general between you and another person in close relationships, meaning that the way that you relate with someone in love relationships, partnerships, whatever, the choices that you make in terms of how you come together, the memories of that, you will have it as a strength to remember the past with a clear perception, where you are not responding out of fear, or where you become bitter, you lash out, but where you speak when you need to, and you also you speak when you need to, and then there's some things you don't say, right? I really get that you are probably becoming more mindful of the way that you talk with this particular person, what you share with them as well. I'm probably a bad example of that, because my communication skills are often a little bit, it jumps a lot, but fuck that. Anyway, that's what I got there. But then let's see here, that's your strength. You what you have to pull upon throughout all these months here, I'll tell you more in a minute, is your inner strength to be disciplined, to think, to be forward thinking. Actually, that's it. When you pull upon the memories from the past, you remember how certain decisions, certain actions brought you into certain situations, like the consequences of actions, learning from that, memorizing that, remembering that, and letting that inform your decisions in the present moment, based in perspective of what it is that you want for yourself in the future. And what we do have coming up for the future here is a Queen of Pentacles. And that King of Wands. So it could be you. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what I get? I'm getting that you're going to start to be more silent about your loving, caring energy, the Empress energy there. You're hoping for this connection here, right? This King and Queen of Pentacles coming together. There being stability. There are so many people included in your reading that it's actually a little bit difficult. You know what it also means? It means that you are the way that you make decisions right now are actually very much influenced by other people. We have a situation here surrounding you. It's like people are trying to give you a lot of good advices. And how to do things, and how to stay out of conflict, and how to relate to other people. Someone wants you to be more intellectual in your relations. Someone wants you to be more emotional. Someone wants you to be more pragmatic. You know what? In the end, what? In the end, it's important to remember what works for you, and that's the inner strength here. That's the inner strength to actually say no to all of this, to stand your ground. It's like you already been having fought these things, or not fought, you're having taken the challenges, taken the conflicts a little bit. Yeah. Battles, I want to say. I don't know, I'm not really seeing so many of the conflicts here. I'm seeing more of the tensions, having dealt with the arguments. And now you are probably attracting it back your way here for you to deal with it one more time. Remember that from the past, whatever, you know, the consequences and all of that. Because if you are looking for sound advices, you're probably not going to get it from a man, you're going to get it from a woman, is what I'm getting here. You're hoping that some man here is having his heart open and he's going to come your way and help you see what investments to be made. It's actually a woman that's probably going to do that. And then we have another lover boy coming up here. That's most likely outcome. Why is it? Someone here is going to make a decision that's going to be a little bit sad, but something else is coming your way. That's actually way better than this. I don't know if you're going to break someone's heart. I really get that you are, the energies when it comes to you is that there are too many people here, too many opinions. Too much devaluating here when it comes to you. You're not going to speak a lot about this. I feel as though you're just sitting here, you're observing it. And then you're going to start cleaning up your closet of the people that you hang out with. That's what I get there. Alright, we are moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. Hanged Man. Aquarius, I feel that some of you may experience your money going a little bit, having to save a little bit more than you're used to. Everyone does, right? There's nothing bad here. The situation here for you is with the Hanged Man, and we have the Hermit over here as well. This is looking at things differently. Some of you, if you are having sleep issues, if you are finding it difficult to sleep, you are probably going to look for different, going to spend some time here looking for a solution to that. I can't give you the solution, but I'm definitely seeing sleep being of an issue here in the next few months. What we have here in your mind is not wanting to participate in these conflicts where there's not going to be a winner. Yeah. I need my lip on. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. Not wanting to participate or understanding that a change needs to happen here, because you may find yourself stuck in a position where you don't really, there's not really much you can do. The only thing you can do is take to look at it in a different light. That's the change. That's the power. That's taking a different approach. For some of you, it is very much related to, as I said, your finances, but it's probably also related to some sort of a stability that you're used to. If you grew up with riches, right, or you're just used to having a lot, or not needing, or not lacking anything. I'm not seeing you lacking anything coming up here at all. I'm just seeing there being an adjustment in terms of the resources that you have available to you. And yes, it does bring a little bit of a, what can I say, worried. I want to say it's a worrying energy related to how are you going to balance out your resources in a different way. Probably because of a conflict. It's probably related because, listen, let's face it, we have these this war going on, right? It's affecting the economy, everyone. I don't believe anyone's not affected by it. Some more than others. Oh, in this case, I'm talking about the financial, right? But you know what I mean. Anyway, in all cases, when it comes to you, what I'm seeing here is I do see you probably hoping to it's like you're hoping for getting something here started. Maybe you had an idea of kickstarting a new project or something here before all of this happened here, and now you're needing to find a different approach. In most cases, I'm also getting is just in general hoping for some sort of a guidance. But you know what your strength is that you have it within you to be the guidance of yourself. You may, I'm not going to say there's not another person here. No, I'm actually getting to this more likely within you. You don't need anyone else here to take you by the hand and guide you. You do have it within you to support yourself. Right? That's the inner strength here that you have within you. Let's see what we have showing up here. Hermit clarified by Hermit. So most of you Aquarians, you might find the next few months will be about readjusting your finances, and it's not a negative thing. It's a maturity thing. It's figuring out that you actually are very, very smart and capable. You don't need anyone else here to do it for you. Of course, there's nothing wrong with asking for help, but there's nothing to worry about. In your environment, I am seeing the stress leaving, and okay, there is an Emperor showing up again here. For fuck's sake. And just like that, if you do find yourself financially really needing some help, it's definitely coming. It's coming from, yeah, it's coming from someone who it's coming from an Emperor, alright? It's coming from an Emperor who has a lot to give, but they're not going to be like a saving everything. They are going to give you a little bit to help balance out the scale. Now, be mindful here. If any of you are going into taking up loans or something like that, just be mindful here. Seek out professionals as always. Definitely don't let a tarot reader tell you how to deal with your finances, even though I'm sitting here. It's basically, yeah, alright, you know what? You do what you want, Aquarius. I'm just always get a little bit, see this, which is a Six of Pentacles showing up. It's being granted something to help you balance out the scales, but there's a depth to it, okay? So, and in that case, always look for answers from people who know what they're talking about. If any of you are still dealing with the breadcrumbing situation in your love life, that will still be playing out a little bit, meaning the aftermath here. Now, what you have coming up for you is actually something beautiful. In around between May, shift between Pisces, between Taurus and Gemini season. Yeah, Some of you are probably going on a boat. Anyway, going to the beach side as well. I'm seeing you being able to take a pause, taking a break here. And again, I keep getting to always seek out professionals. I actually don't want to continue with this reading because I don't want to jeopardize anything here for you. There's nothing to be worried about. But I keep getting like I don't know if you get worried when things change. In that case, just look out for people who then jump into your life and try to help you navigate it. Make sure that they are honest, right? Make sure that you are heard in it, so that you're not taking advantage of. That's interesting. I actually saw, I didn't see it. Someone else did. I was in the background. A television show about someone being tricked out of her savings from dealing with bitcoins. Some idiots calling her at a point when she was dealing with post-traumatic stress, and they knew it because they studied data on the internet. That's how it worked. It's a very nasty scheme we used there. Marketing. Anyway, someone here had, based upon her internet searches and whatever, known she was in a situation where she was vulnerable, called her up and managed to trick her into dealing with these bitcoins, and she lost her savings. Not saying that that's going to happen to you. I just absolutely not. You're not even but I don't know why I just got that of, you know, if you do find yourself having to deal with the aftermath of something here in the next few months, don't let other people take advantage of that. Because there are a lot of fucked up people out there. Sorry, or companies. Making money on other people's pain. What else do we have for you? Your ships will come in. And you probably need to go on a holiday somewhere. Yeah. Recharge your batteries. You may have to work differently than you're used to. But you know what? That's it. Is it? We will see what shows up along the way, right? What was your strength? The unknown. Alright, Pisces. I'm moving on to Pisces. Pisces. What do we have for you, Pisces? Ooh, Wheel of Fortune coming in your favor. You may be getting good money soon. But before that, you're probably going to be a little bit busy. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. You can deal with that. No, do not give me all these court cards. Yes, an opportunity for you to gain abundance, but will take some time here. You have a lot of wish fulfillment here on the table for you. 9 of Cups and stars and all of that, right? Pisces, I get a little bit that you have been granted a wish here that you wanted in the recent past, but you know what? You might find yourself being more busy than you expected coming up the next few months. That, especially if it is that you have managed to find yourself in a leadership position here, right? Where you have gotten more responsibility than you had before, probably in your career here. So you're more, you're just going to be busy. Love is probably not going to be that big of a priority. However, the thing is, there is someone here who is nice and sweet and beautiful and caring, and we do have a King and a Queen of Cups. So there is a partnership here. So the main challenge in this reading is just that there's not enough time, because you got this wish fulfillment. It's like, oh, you wanted this job, here you go, now you're busy. What we have here with you is that you don't want to, Pisces, it's almost like you don't want to deal with the tension here. People just have to get along and be happy with each other. No tension, no arguments. If you are in a leadership position, if you are in this King of Pentacles and you have to lead other people, you know it's not possible. Right? People are always going to disagree, and challenges on how we grow. We grow through challenges, we grow through being presented with alternative directions or alternative energies, like energies that are different from ours, or people who disagree with us or who want to go in a different direction than us. Then we are challenged, and then we learn from each other and we adapt. Sorry. Oh my god, my back. My back. Sitting almost 2 hours here like this. So that's what we have here. I also get that you are probably going to be experiencing butterflies in the tummy here next few months in relation to a particular person. Who's sweet, who's kind, who gets you. These are two people who actually get each other. Pisces, you have a good reading here. You're going to move into a wish fulfillment. You're meeting probably someone here who is really who gets your creativity. It may even be another Pisces. Now, Pisces, if this is another Pisces you're going to be dealing with, make sure you have your finances in order. Meaning that, yeah, save money also for a rainy day. The pragmatic, but you have that within you with this King of Pentacles here, right? You know that's possible. I do get that the next few months you will probably be experiencing some tension related to how you manage your money, so that things are not dropped on the floor. You will definitely have some disagreements there. Alright. The thing about you, Pisces, is that you are very skilled when it comes to money. People may not know this, but you do actually have it within you. So I mean, the person, these tension energy is probably related to a person that you're going to have to deal with, in terms of that that if you have shared finances, for instance, or something like that, that you're on the same page, that you are saving for a rainy day, let's say like that. We have a communication coming your way. It is from this King of Cups, who may have bad habits. They may have some bad habits. They may have a tendency to think that they are more. They have I just get someone here that you're dealing with. They have a tendency to see a lot of potential of how things could be it in a relationship, be it with money and all of that, and they get a little bit defensive when you try to present them with a different point of view. You're probably very intuitive and all of that. Pisces, your strength is also a little bit to keep that powerhouse psychic ability or whatever you have a little bit to yourself. Probably to make this person feel more comfortable here. Maybe they are not comfortable with being challenged like that, right? You're going to have happiness absolutely coming up for you. Happiness again. Your finances are something you're going to be very interested in keeping safe, and it's absolutely growing. Your money is growing as well, Pisces, because you're smart. Yeah, you have an Ace of Pentacles showing up as well. This is a potential for something that can grow into. It's a something that will show up in your reality. Could be a job offer, could be a new project, it could even be a bloody commitment. It's an opportunity that's going to be here, right? And it's coming because you are being very mindful of how you invest your time, your resources, and your money. You're saving up for a rainy day. You will probably experience some debates with this person, especially if you have shared finances, about the way that you are making financial investments, let's say like that. But it's going to pay off, I'm getting. You're standing your ground here. It's like you sense what's going to happen, let's say like that. But when it comes to especially love, your strength here the next few months will, you keep something here to yourself, and it's most likely related to your psychic abilities, I will say. I don't know why I do this, but I just do. But your ability here to you just have, how can I say it? It's like you have a sense that something's gonna happen like this. You don't know how, you don't have any proof of it. You just sense it. And that can freak people out sometimes. Or you hear it, I don't know, you have your techniques or whatever. I don't know, you tell me. And yeah. That's it. I'm tired, I need food. Alright, I will see you next time. Take care. Ciao.